Good afternoon. How are you guys? It is June 3rd and my name is Jennifer Kirk and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario, and that's in Canada. And today is a very, very exciting day to be a demonstrator or to be a Stampin' Up! Customer as well because the new catalog is live. Woohoo! So I can actually show it to you today. I can open up the pages. Is that not exciting? I'm just getting my iPad sorted out here so that I can watch for comments. All right, I do need to turn my volume off on my iPad so that you guys don't hear an echo. There we go. All right. So we're going to make this card today. But first, before we do that, I am going to show you, I'm not going to show you the catalog. I'm going to do a catalog walkthrough tomorrow. So I'm not going to go through the whole catalog now. But what I will do is be able to open up the pages. I'm so excited. So this is the new catalog. If you don't have your copy, it is now on the Stampin' Up! Website, so you can browse through it electronically. If you live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, message me and I can send you a copy in the mail. There are so many beautiful things in here, but the one that we're going to be playing with today is this suite, and it's a In Good Taste suite. And if you watched my video last week, we used this last week as well. Hey Heather, how are you? Hope you're having a great day. So we used this suite last week as well. We're going to do it again this week. We are using the DSP. This DSP is gorgeous. The pictures do not do it justice. Watch my video last week and I went through the papers, but I'll just quickly flip through them now just so you can see this has got to be my favorite DSP, I think. Of course, as soon as I get my hands on the rest of them, then I'll probably have a new favorite, but right now, love it, love it. There's so much I can do with this. I just want to be able to play and play. Unfortunately, I have to work, but you know, that is, well, it's not unfortunate. I'm fortunate to have a job, so. Anyway, so we're going to be playing with this suite. This entire suite comes with the DSP. It has a bundle, which I will show you. It does come with an embossing folder as well as some elements. And we're going to be using these elements. They're wooden elements. We're going to be using those in today's card too. So here's the stamp set here. The way that Stampin' Up! Has designed this catalog is a little bit different. It's not as obvious when things are bundled. So you do need to just take a good look when you're going through the catalog to place your order. Because if you do want to bundle, you get 10% off. If you look for this little 10% emblem up here, this little pink thing, that is the bundle, and that is the item number that you want to put into your order. If you just put in the item number down here, you're only going to get the stamp set. You're not going to get the dies that go with it. Okay, but I will go through the catalog tomorrow in more detail. We're just going to focus on stamping today. Hey Sandy, how are you? Hey Sherry, hope you're doing well. All right, so I don't know if you guys braved the Stampin' Up! Website today. I think we all jumped on and tried to order at the same time. It did manage to not crash too many times, but there was some issues. But I think it's okay. I think it's good now. I think everything is going smoothly. So again, this catalog is, I can show you, it is beautiful. I think it's one of my favorites so far, but I will go through the catalog, walk through it, show you, point out some new items, how to find things tomorrow, okay? Today we're gonna stamp. So this is the card we're gonna make. It's really simple. All right, so let's get started. To make this card, we are using the bundle that comes in that suite. It's the Tasteful Touches stamp set, okay, as well as the Tasteful Label dies. And this is a must-have. I'm using this on pretty well every card that I do now. It is a go-to for me. Okay, so what we need is we need a piece of Balmy Blue Cardstock, and this is just cut in half. Your regular piece of paper cut in half, so it is 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, and we're just going to score this at 4 1/4. So I will have, I will go in after this video and I will put all the dimensions, supplies, etc. that you need to make it. I'll also have a link to my blog, which will have all of the supplies there and the dimensions. So you don't need to worry about writing things down. So score it at 4 1/4, fold it in half, and if you have your bone folder handy, which I don't, you can crease it. If not, you can use your fingers. Okay, we also need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, and that is for the inside of our card. And then a piece of this gorgeous DSP. I love this. I don't know, this kind of reminds me of one of my dad's sports jacket that he used to wear to the office all the time. So we want a piece of this at 4 by 5 1/4. And you could run this through the embossing folder. I didn't, because it has so much texture on it. You don't even have to add texture. Okay. So the other thing that we need, which of course I didn't bring over, is some scrap Whisper White. So bear with me while I go and grab some Whisper White. And let's see, do I have a cut piece? I do. All right, there we go. So we're gonna do some stamping. We're gonna use Night of Navy ink, okay? And we're gonna do our flowers first. So let's stamp, make sure my stamp is clean. We are going to just ink up. Now these are distinctive stamps, so there's lots of gorgeous detail in it. Okay, we're gonna be fussy cutting this, so I'm just gonna stamp it down at the bottom. Okay, and then give it a clean. Hi Sandy, how are you doing? Long time no talk. If you're watching, make sure that you leave me a message. Let me know that you're here. All right. So we're going to let that dry. I'm also going to stamp our sentiment, okay? And I'm going to do this also in Night of Navy. And we will just put that, let's just put it here. Okay, it doesn't have to be straight because we're going to cut it out with a die. That's it. All right, I'm just going to put that over. Get it out of the way so I don't drop my card in it, because that's what I would do. I would drop my card in it and make a mess. All right, so we are going to color. I love coloring. So to color the flowers, I am using 3 shades of blue. So I'm using the light Balmy Blue, the dark Balmy Blue, and the light Night of Navy. Okay, and you can see on the ink that Stampin' Up! Is really shown us where we want our highlights and where we want our shadows. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and I'm going to do this really quick just because you guys really don't want to sit here, watch me with my tongue hanging out, coloring. I love coloring. I could color all day long. Okay, so I'm going to do this quick. I would normally take a little bit more time. I would normally do one excuse me, 1 or 2 petals at a time instead of 4, just because I don't want the ink to dry on me. But again, I'm going to be Speedy Gonzales on this. So now I'm taking the dark Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to go over where the shadows are. Already Stampin' Up! The artists have made it so that we can actually look like we know what we're doing. Okay, and then I'm going to take the the light Night of Navy, which is my darkest blue that I'm using. And again, just go over very lightly, just in the areas that are already highlighted, okay? And on all of those, I used the brush tip. So you can see we have a brush tip and a I call it a knob tip, I don't know. But for the big coloring, I use the brush tip. Be very gentle with your tips because, you know, they are fragile. Now I'm going to take the knobby tip and I'm going to blend. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just pulling the color. I'm pulling the darker color into the light, okay? Now the colors will change as the ink dries. And basically I am just blending my ink. And I just want to add some shadows and some dimension by doing the different colors. So again, I'm just pulling, I'm doing it in circular motion and I'm just pulling the ink up, okay? And there you go. You see how it's light? If you do put in too much color that you want to take it off, I'm happy with this. But if you do, like for instance up here, you can use our color lifter and you can just go in and just, if I want to lighten this up a little, I can just lift some of that color off. Okay, just clean it off and you're good for the next one. So let's just Speedy Gonzales color this all. Oh, thanks, Sandy. I'm glad you like my card. I changed my mind. I was going to do a different one and show the ink colors, but I think I'm going to do that one when I do my catalog walkthrough. We're going to do a quick card as well, and that'll be tomorrow evening. Okay, so again, if you're doing this on your own, you would want to just do 1 or 2 petals at a time. It just makes your blending easier when the ink is still a little bit wet. But for the sake of you guys not having to watch me do this for too long, I will do it quick. I would normally take a lot longer to do this. So the new catalog, I put in an order this morning. I was so happy I got on before, I think I got on just as soon as they opened it, because I had no problems because it opened early and I got all the stuff that I wanted. I was very excited. Now I just have to wait for it to come. All right. So again, that was the darkest. Now I'm going to take the medium one, which is the dark Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to pull the blue, the darker blue into the lighter blue. I'm just blending the colors so I don't have definitive lines here. Okay, and these are our alcohol markers. They are in the new catalog, so they're a little tricky to find. I will show you where they are. And we do have some new colors. We have 4 of the new ink colors. And we also have Melon Mambo, which I'm very excited to get, especially for some of the floral images. So there we go. That's all you have to do to cut this. All right, so I'm going to put my blends out of the way. So again, I have the light and the dark Balmy Blue that I used. And then I have the light Night of Navy, and those are the 3 colors. All right. So the other thing that I did, which you probably can't see on the video, is I just added a little Wink of Stella in the middle. You just need a little, I always need to add a little bit of bling. So here's my bling. It's just very subtle, but it's very pretty. You could do it all over the petals if you wanted. I just did that. Now I need to find, and this is going to be interesting, my paper snips so I can fussy cut this. I had them, hold on, I gotta go looking for them. Here they are. Here's a pair anyway. I had them over at my computer when I was cutting out. So we're just going to fussy cut this out. I'm going to just give it a, fussy cut is just using scissors as opposed to cutting it out with dies. Okay, And so I am just going to, and I always move the paper as opposed to my scissors. It just gives me a lot more control. And I do want to leave a little bit of a white border. You don't have to. So if you go outside of the lines, if you go right up to the border, then you're good. No one will know that you missed your lines. And we're just going to cut it out. So for this card, I do need 3 flowers. Okay, I have pre-colored some so that you don't have to sit here and watch me color and fussy cut 3. So let's just go through here. So Stampin' Up! Announced for the launch of the new catalog an amazing joining bonus. So for those of you that are customers and not already demonstrators, if you have an order of like about $100 Canadian, then it is a no-brainer for you to actually sign up and get your starter kit. So in Ontario, the starter kit is $135, no tax, no shipping. And you get to choose $165 worth of product. And it can be all from the new catalog. It can be whatever you want. It can be discount. It can be anything. So that's $165 plus you get to pick any bundle in the catalog. For the sentiment, I'm not going to bring my die cutting machine over, but basically I just lined it up like this, cut it through, and voila, here we go. All right, so that's all you want to do is use this die from the bundle to cut out your sentiment. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do, I will get back to the starter kit once we continue. I don't know if you guys can see this. So part of the, let's see if I can find it. Part of the suite, there are these wooden elements. They're called In Good Taste elements. And you get, you can see I've been using them. You get 3 sheets of leaves and twigs. And then you get 1 sheet of this with just little hexagons and crosses on them. One side has some wood staining on it, and then the other side is just plain. Okay. I wanted, because, you know, well, the wood would look good with that, but I decided I wanted some silver in here. So what I did is I heat embossed silver onto the elements. So I will show you how to do that. I've pre-done 2, so you guys don't have to watch me do this. You're going to see my horrible Versamark. It's my well-loved Versamark. Okay, and we do need some stamping embossing powder, which is silver. I am a heat wimp. My hands get very temperature sensitive, so I have some tweezers here. And I have a tray. So what we do, okay, and you do want to be careful with these because they are fairly fragile. If you push too hard, you could break them. So I'm just going to take my element and I'm just going to stick it into my Versamark. I'm going to push it down, okay, get it nice in there. I do need to clean this. I've done a lot of those black ice cards, which is why I have black all over my Versamark, but I guess I should invest in one. All right. So I'm going to just pick that up and flip it upside down. Okay, so it has lots of Versamark on there. It's good. And then all we do is take our embossing powder and stick it on. Okay, and you can do it on whichever side you want. You can do it on the one that has some staining on it, or you can do it on the plain side. Doesn't matter. Just put your extra way in here. Give it a little flick. Okay, now you do want to move this away. You don't want to be heat embossing with this all here. And I'm using tweezers because the heat gun gets very, very hot. And I'm a wimp. I don't like to burn myself. So I'm going to bring in the gun. Sorry, it's going to be noisy. Alright, I'm just going to heat it up. So the Stampin' Up gun has 2 settings. I'm on the hottest one. Can you see it go? Isn't that awesome? Who knew, eh? Okay, so I'm just going to make sure it's all melted everywhere there. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it around and get the bottom. I don't want to melt the embossing powder on my tweezers, because I do use these for first aid as well. All right, there you go. So you've taken a wood element and now you've metallicized it. Oh, it's still sticky. Oh, now we got my thumbprint on it. So let it dry. How cool is that? All right. So we're ready. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. We are ready to assemble our card. All right, so I'm going to bring over the flowers that I did before. And here we go. All right, so simply just glue this down. We can use whatever adhesive you want to use. I like using Tombow because it gives me a second to straighten it, because I can never put it on straight. There you go. Perfect. Make sure it doesn't move. Okay. So the other thing that we want to do is to use some dimensionals. All right, so I think I'm gonna put, let's see, how do we want to do this? You could even do it without the leaves. That looks pretty. Do we want to do leaves or without? Well, I did the leaves. Let's see. We want to stick one down this way. And then do one up here. No. How about if we do one over here? You realize I'm going to do this, put them all in different spots, and then I'm going to end up with the one that I did the first time, right? I always do this. It would help if I could make, this is how I arrange my cards. Wouldn't it drive people crazy? Let's see. What do you think? Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's got to go up. I think this one has to go up. And this one can go that way. Let's do that. And then those kind of like that. What do you guys think? Does that work? Hey? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to hide my thumbprint here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this down with dimensionals. You want to leave it so that you don't want too many dimensionals on here, because you want to be able to stick the leaf underneath it. You can use take your pick tool, or this is just lying on my desk, so I will use this to take off my backings. All right, so I am going to stick this here, and then I'm just going to use glue just to put the wood down. So again, I'm going to stick it, find where I put my dimensional. I don't want it up that high, so I'm going to stick it right like that. Okay, so I'm going to put glue around here and stick her on. All right, so back to the starter kit. So you get to pick $165 worth of product. You pay $135, no tax, no shipping if you're in Ontario, and you get to pick a bundle, and that bundle can be with dies or with punches. So whatever bundle you want out of the new catalog is yours free. And you don't have to sell, you don't have to demo, you don't have to do videos like I'm doing. You can just simply feed your own habit and enjoy a discount on subsequent orders. So that's a no-brainer. So if you want any more information about it, let me know It is a great, great deal. I'm very excited about it, and it's only until June 30th, so it's limited time. All right, I'm gonna stick that in there. Maybe we'll just do one leaf. Yeah, we're just gonna do one. So I have an extra one, so I can do another card. Okay, I'm gonna stick this up on dimensions. The other thing that is happening is on Saturday, I'm going to do a BOGO sale. So I am going to be selling my retired product. So it's gently used product. And how my BOGO works is there's a Google form that has all my sets on it, and some paper, some DSP and all that. And you pick which ones you want. And then when you submit your order, it is time stamped. So if two people select the same thing, then I know which one came in first and that person gets it. You do have to live in Canada in order to participate in this. And then whatever you decide to buy, so say you bought 2 stamp sets and they were both, I was selling them for $20. Then what you would do is you would go to my online store, and you would purchase $40 worth of new stuff out of the catalog, and then you would get my retired stuff for free. How cool is that? So you're getting double the product for the same price. All right, so that's the outside. What do you guys think? 1 leaf or 2 leaves? I could put the other leaf down here. Does that work? Yeah. Maybe that works. Let's try it. See, I change my mind all the time. So that will be posted on my Facebook page as well as my blog. And if you have subscribed to my newsletter from my blog, then I will also be sending the link out through that. So that is on Saturday. I will be having a VIP sale for my customers that have purchased from me in the last little while, so they will get first dibs on Friday, and that's just one of the perks of you know, shopping with me. All right, so the inside, I just cut the inside really, really simple. Okay, just You Are the Best. I guess I should have this straight so that I can actually have an attempt to stamp this straight. I'm doing it in Night and Navy. I'm just going to put it right in the middle. You're the best. Okay, and then we will clean off my stamp before I put my project in it. Put my ink out of the way, and I'm just going to glue that straight down, flat as. And there we go, guys. That was not a long card. I'm glad that I didn't make you sit there and watch me do 3 colors of flowers, coloring 3 flowers. All right, and stick it down. So, how are you guys doing? We had some wild, wild weather here last night. Some amazing storms and wind. It's windy now, but it's sunny and warm. But they were pretty intense thunderstorms and lightning. It was beautiful. It was hard to sleep. It's like having lights on in your house. There we go. Pretty simple, eh? Isn't it cute? I like it. I'm a little biased, I guess. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed making this card with me. I will be making a quick card tomorrow. I can show you that card if I can find it. Let's see. We're gonna walk through the catalog tomorrow and make using the new ink colors. And this is a scrappy strip technique. This is a technique that Bruno Bertucci did, and it just works so well with the ink colors. And this is a card that I send out to my customers with the new catalog, just so that they could see what the new colors are and how they work. So we're going to be making this tomorrow. It's really quick, really easy, and we're going to walk through the catalog. So I hope you guys have an amazing night and an amazing week, and we will stamp with you next week. Well, stamp with you tomorrow if you join me. If not, I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care, happy shopping, and if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.